So this is what my sky looks like today, 12th of March 2014. As you can see, we've had a lot of geoengineering today. And for those of you that think this is normal and you accept that planes are just going around and making artificial cloud coverage like this, then you need to think about what you're saying here. Either this is geoengineering, or what are the planes doing now that they didn't used to do that is now making the sky look like this? You know, this should be unacceptable to everybody, what we're seeing here. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of years ago I made a video about my niece and how she was quite ill and she had to be taken to hospital. She had to be taken to casualty in an ambulance because there'd been heavy spraying. And they did actually put her on Ventolin then. The ambulance driver at the time said he'd seen, you know, he'd noticed the spraying, and when there was a lot of spraying he was taking a lot more people to casualty because of breathing problems. And he said he was taking a lot of kids as well. Also, a minicab driver told us exactly the same thing. Yeah, just an update on my niece. She's now got a shadow on her lung and they're having to put on really strong antibiotics, and she's still having problems breathing and she's still taking Ventolin. It's happening to a lot of children, guys. A lot of young kids having problems breathing and having to take Ventolin so young. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable what's happening to the youth, yeah? Not only are their bodies being, you know, messed with and stuff, but also their minds as well. You know? You know, whether you believe or you think this is geoengineering, or whether or not this is okay for you, for a plane to just be doing this. But it's still making a mess of our sky, and it's still blocking the sun and the rays we should be getting. And obviously what goes up must come down. This shit is coming down because it certainly is not evaporating, is it? Which is what condensation should do. Which is all that comes out the back of the back of the plane. That's the reaction to the heat, and it causes a bit of condensation up there because it's colder, but it certainly shouldn't be hanging around all day and then forming these kind of clouds you can see here. You know, and what's all that shit there dripping out of it? Look at those straight lines coming out of that chemtrail. This is unacceptable, and I do not give my consent to this geoengineering stroke terraforming, whatever the hell this is.